Hi guys, it's Aficionado. So I wanted to go ahead and finally start doing something with my YouTube channel. So I decided to just do a quick question and answer. I asked earlier on my IG stories for people to send me questions about me, about cigars, about fashion, about guys, about girls, about whatever. And I will do my best to answer your questions. I really want for you guys to get to know me, and I really want to get to know you guys and just give you some information. I know that a lot of you have been following me on Instagram for a long time, and I just haven't had the opportunity to really get to know you guys. So I really want to do that. So here goes. Ask her. Okay, so the very first question that I received on Ask Her is, how do I gain knowledge about cigars without having to smoke them all? Well, this has been my experience. When I first kind of started learning about cigars and kind of getting into my journey about 10 years ago or something like that, what I would do is I would ultimately go to every cigar lounge, shop, bar, whatever that I could find in my area. I would go in, I would go to the humidor, I would ask questions like, hey, what is this? What is that? Hey, what's good for a beginner? Things like that, right? Ultimately, they're going to point you, especially if you're a woman, they're going to point you to the flavored cigars. And some women love the flavored cigars, and I will not knock that. However, explore a little bit, go a little deeper. You will find that lots of more mild body cigars are really great for beginners without being super overwhelming or super intimidating. So once they kind of give you, recommendations for a cigar, try that cigar. Make sure that, you know exactly what you're doing as far as how do I smoke this cigar? How do I light it? How do I enjoy the cigar? Am I inhaling, which you are not inhaling? Kind of ask someone around you to kind of show you the ropes a little bit. Once you do that, smoke the cigar. Try to smoke it to its entirety, because the first third of the cigar, which cigars are broken into thirds, the first third of the cigar is going to be much different than the last third of the cigar. So try to smoke it in its entirety. If you do like the cigar, go ahead, get the band off. This is the band, by the way. Get the band off. Save the band. The next time you come into the shop, maybe try that same one again. Take a mental note. Write it down in your notes in your phone. Hey, I like this cigar. The next time you go back after that, say, hey, I like this cigar. Can you kind of point me to one that's similar? Try one that's similar. And just kind of keep going in that fashion. And eventually you're going to say, hey, I want something completely different. So once you kind of tell them, like, hey, I want to try something different this time, they might give you something a bit more full. You may feel a little bit uncomfortable with it just initially, but eventually you'll kind of get used to smoking a bit more full-bodied cigar, a medium-bodied cigar, something like that. And you might decide, hey, I kind of like this one better. Or, maybe you say, nah, I'm kind of a mild girl right now. I'm kind of a mild guy right now. Hey, I like a flavored cigar. And there's nothing wrong with that. So ultimately, it's just about going to the lounges, the shops. If you know people that smoke cigars, if you know Instagrammers or YouTubers or whatever, have you ask them, hey, what would you recommend? Something like that. You don't have to try every cigar in the humidor to find what you like. Sometimes it's really about the profile of the cigar. So this cigar might be similar to this other cigar, and you might find that, these three cigars, after speaking with someone, all kind of have the same profile. Maybe that's something that I like.